everybody, and welcome to another edition of Rip's Corner. We've been gone for a couple of weeks. Got some very special guests with me here. A bunch of, I'm surrounded by a bunch of young whippersnappers is what it amounts to. But let me get to you wrestling fans and tell you one more thing before we get to these young men. I know they got a lot to say and they're going to take up a lot of my time. Again, the school for the WOW, the wrestling school. If you're interested in becoming a professional wrestler, write us at 2230 North Border Street, Pensacola, Florida, 32505, area code 904-453-3806. I forget my own phone number. Kenny Wayne was giving me his girlfriend's phone number, and I got it mixed up with mine. My guest today on Rip's Corner is the Coastal Connection and a young man I've known since he was, I can't say, a long, long time anyhow. Kenny, I know that the fans out there are glad to see you with World Organization Wrestling, and I know the Coastal Connection is glad to see you with World Organization Wrestling. And I want to ask you something that I've been asked 100 times since you came to the area, and that's your separation from your former partner and the happening that caused that, and you're joining the Coastal Connection.
Well, what basically happened, for you people that don't know, Danny and I, who have been together, in fact, it was 8 years, September the 3rd. About a week before that, we had a match to where if we lost it, we'd split up. So the Nightmares lost the match. We never thought we would, but we're no longer a team. What happened is you know, and maybe some of these people know, is I live here in the Pensacola area and the Gulf Coast area, and I've been sitting at home, and you know, I've seen a couple of guys here, and I realized they lost some eyes and be looking behind them. And as everybody may or may not know, my specialty is tag team wrestling. That's what I've done for over 8 years with Danny, and we were very successful, held major titles everywhere. And these two guys here have had a lot of problems with Diamond and Fargo and now Gaddafi. Let's call them Mo, Larry, and Curly. So we're going to take care of them. We're going to take care of them. I'm going to teach these boys a little something. Like I said last week to these people, they all know what the Nightmares are about. It's all about you can knock us down, but you can't count us out. And there's a spirit, and there's something that's in your heart, and something that's in your brain. Well, guys, you've got all the talent. The future is yours, and I'm going to teach you something about having a little bit of spirit, a little bit of heart, and I'm going to tell you what, when you get it, you'll know that every one of these people are going to be behind you because you're winners, guys.
Thank you, Kenny. David, I know that you guys, since you lost Bobby Perez, and I know Bobby Perez was a great loss to the Coastal Connection. And as you know, you were in the office when I was talking. When we talked with Bobby at home, Bobby is progressing very slow. We assumed that his injury was going to be a 4 or 5 week ordeal. But we found out today that Bobby Perez may possibly never wrestle again. Bobby has a injury to the 4th vertebrae in his neck. They thought at first it was a fracture, just a crack, and that it would heal. He later found out when he went back home to El Paso, Texas, that it was worse than anticipated, and Bobby is now in traction and will be that way for a period of 7 weeks. They put big old screws in his head and got weight hanging off of him, so I know the young man's in a very uncomfortable situation right now. So I know that the Coastal Connection, with that news and with Kenny Wayne's appearance, I know that you guys are happy to have Kenny Wayne around.
Yeah, first of all, I'm sorry for what happened between Kenny and Danny in the match, but I'm glad you're here with us. Yes, I hope we go all the way.
That's right. Okay,
so
Dave.
Right there, we're going to start right now. There's no hope. Erase that. There's no hope. I want to hear you say, we will go all the way.
That's right. We're going to go all the way. Don't y'all think so?
Chucker, let me get you in here right quick, partner. I know that you're also glad to have Kenny around, and I know that the news about Bobby was devastating to you, but I also know that you're a young man with a lot of grit, and I think with you guys and Kenny Wayne, the threesome will be formed again.
That's right. With our heart and our youth and talent and speed and everything, and with this man's experience right here, the world is our oyster, so to speak. We're sorry to hear about him and his partner, but his loss is our gain. I hate to be like that, but
well, no,
we're just tickled to death to have him. He's already showed us a lot. He's already saved our butts a couple of times, pardon my language, but he's a good man to have in our corner, and we couldn't ask for anybody better.
Okay, Chucker, I know the fans out there will be looking for a lot coming from the Coastal Connection along with Kenny Wayne, and I also know that the wrestling fans who watch WOW are glad to see the caliber of Kenny Wayne join our organization. Again, all you fans out there, I know that you're thinking about Bobby Perez, and I don't mean to pass on bad news, but facts are facts. Now, let me say one other thing before we end this segment of Rip's Corner. For you people out there who watch professional wrestling, and some of you watch it in multitudes of markets throughout the United States, from New York and from Chicago and all over the United States, you watch wrestling. I've been in the wrestling business 27 years, and I'm proud to say to anyone that I'm a professional wrestler. I'm an over-the-hill professional wrestler, but I made my living for 27 years in that wrestling ring. And I'll say this to you, and I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll continue to say it. 27-inch arms and 20-inch necks and a 50-inch chest and a muscle builder does not make a professional wrestler. Heart, soul, agility, and knowledge is what makes professional wrestling. I've been a chunky old fat boy all my life, and I held the North American heavyweight title for a lot of years, and I made myself a lot of greenbacks with it. I was a third-ranked heavyweight in the world for a long time. So don't ever think that a guy with 27-inch arms is the one that's going to be the winner. The guy that's got it in here and down here is the one that's going to win. We're happy to have Kenny Wayne. We'll see you next time on Rip's Corner. Stay tuned for a special interview.